JobStream AI family. This is Adonis McReynolds here with co-founder Jess Seitz. We are
Hello.
here to cover a very important topic today, and that is the mandatory checklist that will basically round out the basics for what you'll need for your consulting business. If you're a consultant and you're thinking, man, I feel like I'm missing something. I'm not making as much money as I should be making, or I feel like I'm just missing something very, very important to get some customers in the door, this is the video for you that you should be watching. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen so you guys can kind of see this checklist I've created for you. I think you're going to appreciate some of the tips in here, and they should be very helpful for you in terms of your success as a consultant. So without further ado, here we go. If you can see my screen
Awesome.
here, we have a little checklist that's been built with 5 main points and a couple of points that we'll make after the fact. Working with JobStream AI as a consultant is incredibly easy and incredibly important because we're going to help you with understanding the basics. What do you need to do in order to establish yourself as an online brand? The first thing that needs to happen before anything else is you have to understand your identity and the specific services that come underneath that identity. If you're somebody who is a sales leader, okay, I put some examples up here for you to see. If you're a sales leader, that's important for somebody to know, and you should put that as something that you offer for your services. If you're a consultant that specializes in this kind of a thing, but if you're also a really good sales coach and you're really good at generating pipeline, those are things that your clients should also know. So if you're hiding really important skills that you have or different services that you have, maybe hiding isn't the right word, but just not including. You're just not fully expressing the full value of the service that you offer and listing out all the different services that you can offer them that are synergistic with each other. You're leaving money on the table. You should definitely be adding all of this stuff, all the details of your services up front. The second thing that you're going to need is details about those specific services and be very exact, right? People want to know these days how. That's the main question that people have in their minds. People will make outrageous claims in their digital marketing and say, hey, this is what we're doing for people. And people don't buy oftentimes because they don't understand how it works. How do the services that are being advertised, how are those services executed, right? If I say that I am providing sales training, right? That could mean a number of different things. Am I training somebody on how to handle objections? Or am I training somebody on how to use AI to maximize sales outreach and follow up? Those are two very different things. So we have to know and understand, what is what are the details? What is the how behind what you're doing? Jess, what do you think about that? Do you think there's anything you have to add in regards to how we're doing this personally and how we help our consultants with this?
Yeah, so basically, I think a big misconception is that people are really scared to talk about the how because they think it's like, oh, that's my proprietary secret, and if I tell people how to do it, then they're just going to do it themselves, and then I'll never get clients. But that's actually like a wrong mentality to have because people fundamentally are lazy and they don't want to do it if they don't have to. Like I know how to paint my house, but I don't really want to paint my house. Like I'd rather pay someone to paint my house, even though I know how to do it and I painted my house many times just because it's not a super fun job and I have other interests, other things to do, better things with my time. So don't be like scared about that. And also that it really builds trust and credibility. And there's always clients. Like people think sometimes that they need like every client in the world, but you don't. Like there's 8 billion people on the planet. And if you had 10 clients and each client was paying you like $1,000, that's $10,000 every single month right there. So you just need a small piece of the pie. Not everyone is going to be for you. And some people might go and do it on their own. But that doesn't mean your whole business is ruined and you'll never get a client because you shared your secret. So just like understand that like you're actually doing yourself a service by sharing the how because you're building the trust, building the credibility. The people that are going to work with you and are attracted to you, it's going to even seal the deal even more because now they're like, oh, I already had a good feeling about this person and now I know exactly what they're doing, how they're doing it. Like now I really want to work with you. And even if you know how to do something, it doesn't mean you want to do it because you have only a limited amount of hours in the day. So like it's just not possible for everyone to do everything all the time. So don't worry about those things. And I think the way that we're doing that is with these YouTube videos. We're really trying to make our YouTube channel super robust to have a big library on every topic. So if anyone has a question on how we're doing something, we have a video to show you, oh, this is exactly how we do this. This is exactly how we do that. And then again, you don't have to reveal every single detail all the time. Like there are certain things you can keep private, but you don't be in the mindset of like everything has to be private, everything's proprietary. I mean, obviously, like we do have some things that we only want to talk to our paying customers about, and that's completely fine too. And you can keep some things under wraps, but don't be scared to do a general overview and to go into details on certain things. And the way to do that is a lot of video marketing is really important right now, and that's how we're doing it, and that's how we will help you as well. We can help you come up with these types of videos that will build trust, build authority, and just be this amazing marketing asset. You can use the video in long form content on YouTube, cut it up in TikTok clips. TikTok is really powerful right now for reach and engagement, so that's something that everyone should be exploring. So yeah, hopefully I answered your question with that.
Yeah, no, that's very well said. And again, how the services are executed, that's the burning question that a lot of people have. And when you share it and it makes sense, it helps you stand out from other people who may not be, explaining very well how their services operate. And the better a person understands what you do, the more clarity they have and the more likely they are to buy, because confused minds don't buy. We know this. So that leads into the next thing that you're going to need for your business. And that is, once you've engaged with a person and you've shared with them all of the different hows and the whys and, basically everything that you're doing, there needs to be an understanding of what the cost is going to be. And we're going to talk a little bit about this in the next point, but usually packages are created to give a clear plan of action and pricing for specific services that you're going to offer. So as a consultant, you should already have some of these things laid out and set in stone. So that way, when people ask about it, you have your non negotiable fees, and then maybe you have some negotiable fees depending on what it is that you do. But you need to have packages that are created specifically for giving you a clear plan of action. Jess can kind of outline a little bit how we've done that in our business. We've created 3 packages. Go ahead, Jess. You can kind of talk about on that side about what we're doing there.
Yeah, sure. So packages are important because one, you do want to kind of reach a broader audience. So, that's fine if you're like, oh, I only want to work with like premium clients, high scale clients. So then you could have a package that starts at 5,000, another package at 10, another package at 15. But having just one package gives no choice and no room for people to like move up or down. So you will be losing more of the market. So that's what we did. We created 3 packages at different price points so that we can capture as many people, because we genuinely want to help as many people as possible. We obviously have bills to pay and things to do in life, and we know that life is expensive, so there are minimums and things that we can't negotiate. But by having this tiered system, it just allows us to help more people. In different ways. So like we can provide value, and sometimes it's like, oh, with our lowest package, it's more of a coaching package. So we don't do things for you because we won't have the time to do it at that price point, but we can teach you how to do it yourself, and that's something we enjoy doing. Because it helps the person and it meets them where they're at, and it's still money in our pocket and it's still helpful to them. And then our mid-tier package is great because it's like right in the middle spot where it's like we're gonna do so much for you, and it's still reasonably priced for what you're gonna get. So and like I love pushing people into the middle. Also because then when you have the packages, it kind of helps with psychology. So if people are seeing like, oh, 5 grand, oh, I don't know, that's so expensive, but then they see your other package at like 2 grand or whatever, 3 grand, then it's like, okay, well, 5 grand was really expensive, but 3 grand, like it just kind of does something psychologically where it makes it less expensive. So if you just came out the bat saying, oh, it's 5,000 minimum, that's it, that's all I have, then you're gonna get a lot of pushback on price. But if the person is like, oh, 5 grand is too much, then you're like, oh, well, no worries, because well, how about this package at 3? And then people are like, oh, well, actually, that's way better. So it just provides you flexibility. It helps more people, and it's what we do with ours. And then we have our VIP package, which is really like the absolute best package. It's one we try to push because it is the most helpful and it is worth the most and it is the most valuable. But that doesn't mean any of our other packages aren't valuable. It's just meeting people where they're at, and also giving that psychology of like, okay, if you just shout out one number, that's it, that's the only number. But if you give people options, it really helps to reinforce that, oh, that's actually not that expensive.
Right. Yeah, very well said. And our VIP package, for those who are curious, we do have a YouTube video specifically about that, so go check that out. Point number 5 that we're going to make in terms of the checklist, which is highly important, is let's make sure the presentation of these packages is very good, right? We want to give a time frame for when we're going to execute the services. We need a list of benefits, right? Things that are actually going to be selling points for your audience. And then we need to make sure that the pricing for each of these things is clear. Of course, I wouldn't put it on your website if you can help it. Try to keep pricing somewhat private until they understand the full value what you do, because price without value, without understanding the full value, is just a hindrance to the deal. Got to remember that. So those are our five basic checklist points. There's certainly more things that we advise in a relationship with you, depending on your business and what you're doing. But this is a great place to start. I will say as well, in regards to some of this additional verbiage you see on the screen, marketing packages and services. With JobStream AI, we help you to get on LinkedIn. We help you to get stuff going with your website, multiple outreach channels, video forms, and digital platforms that you exist on. So if you've been having trouble marketing yourself on any of those platforms, that's an area we can help you. Automation, I just want to throw this out there, that really trying to be a consultant without using automation is pretty. There's no nice way of saying it. I mean, it's going the way of the dodo bird, the manual approach. So automation is just, it's inevitable. It's going to have to be a part of your business, and we teach you how to use it, leverage it for good purposes. And of course, not everything has to be automated. Not everything in our services are automated, but certainly the things that are tedious, that take a long time to do, that are going to cause your business to be very slow if you don't have it in there, we definitely recommend using it in the right proportions. Promotions. Jess and I have been running these unique offers that occur monthly to bi monthly. If you're a consultant, you should definitely have some different package options and some different promotions based off of those packages. Special guarantees and discounts for specific services, or maybe even during holiday events, right? We've got some holidays coming up. Got Memorial Day in May. We've got Independence Day coming up. There are always going to be holidays around the corner, so be preparing in your mind to have something special up your sleeve to roll out and offer to people within reason, of course. You always want your promotions and unique offers to benefit you and the customer, not just the customer. Okay, so that's an important piece to add. And if you need help, right? Most people that I know who are consultants are always looking for out of the box ideas. That's what we're here for at JobStream AI. We work with you to brainstorm offerings, embrace creativity, do the things that are going to actually help you to move the needle in your business. And that's what sets us apart and what makes us special. And you've kind of seen the how at this point.
Yeah, and I just want to say that like your offer is the most important part of your business. Like without a good offer, it doesn't matter how much money you put into advertising, how many people you speak to. If no one wants it, it doesn't matter. Like I've had clients come to me with like not great offers, and then be like, oh, I want a Facebook ad, I want a Google ad, I want this, and they're like, oh, I'll put in like $200 a day, and then it doesn't sell, and then they're so mad, and it's like, yeah, because your offer sucks. Like not to be mean, but it's like ads are not magical. Like the offer has to be there first, and then the ads are like the gas. It's like the accelerator. But if you don't have like the kindling and the sticks and whatever, and you just have gas, you're not starting no fires, you know. So you have so just so you know, like the offer is the basis of your business. You need to have an amazing offer for any other part of your business to work. So that's why it's super important, and that's why we help you as a consultant to get the best offer possible, and even tweak and change offers as it goes, because the market changes. You can't, if you're lucky and you can have the same offer for 10, 15 years, amazing, great. But sometimes you do need to tweak, change. So then you can come to us anytime during the period that you're working with us, and we can help you with that.
Absolutely. And one closing note, sometimes you're not very far away. I have a tagline that I use in many of my emails. Jess has definitely seen it. You're always closer than you think, right? So Amazon for a long time, and we know who they are now, and they've been big a long time, but there was a specific tweak that they made to their offering that caused them to explode and become an empire. And when you go back in history and you trace that back, you're going to see that it's Prime. When they instituted Prime, that's when Amazon became the absolute powerhouse. It was one little tweak to their deal, one little tweak to their offerings, and suddenly now we can't live without Amazon, right? Like very few people I know can get by without it, and it is an empire now. So specifically because of that one offer, because of Prime and what they've been able to do with it. So the question is, what is your Prime? What is that one little tweak or one little offering that you can make for your business that's going to cause it to explode? And that's what we're here to help you figure out. What is that little change that could be made to make things go well and accelerate your business growth? And with that, that's pretty much all we have for this particular episode. Go ahead and check out some of our other episodes on YouTube regarding consulting, and we look forward to working with you on the other side. Jobstreamai.com.
See you next time.